Today we will be reviewing Putting Your Employees First.
Book did a really good job of taking a sounds good phrase and turning it into something a bit more concrete. He describes the potential of the employee-centered culture, where all the leaders are held to a strict standard of looking out for and supporting the needs of the employees, and giving examples of companies where he'd worked at where this was the way things were done, and that the employee-centered culture was fully promoted and driven by the top executives. The CEO promoted this culture where you can treat employees well and still have aggressive performance standards. Describe leadership in this context as a form of employee ambassadorship on the front line, and that an effective leader's first job is to look out for the best interests of the employees on his or her team, and recognizing that the employees drive the business forward and are the first point of contact for anyone interacting with the business, and are in a lot of senses often underutilized and underempowered. He really goes into employee engagement and misconceptions about what employees want from their leadership. Often we may think that they want, friendliness, caring, and emotional support. However, multiple surveys across different generations have shown that actually those things are less important to employees. They want their leadership to exemplify honesty, trustworthiness, and mutual respect. They want to respect and be respected by those who lead them. And that kind of the more traditional soft skills may not be as valued and may be misconstrued by those getting into leadership, who may think that, this kind of friendliness and emotional support and conversations are highly valued by employees, whereas really they're holding you to somewhat of a higher standard. One crucial aspect is finding a leader who exemplifies what you believe to be employee-centered culture and emulating them and using that as the standard to which you hold yourself, and that being the fastest way to truly engage on that level. One of the 10 key leadership competencies he brings up is empowerment, and he has this great quote from an employee: "I just need my supervisor to pay me well, give me work that I can enjoy doing, explain the goal to me, and then get out of my way so I can prove that I can do it." Further defines empowerment as pushing decision-making downward, and brings up an excellent CEO he had worked with previously, and bringing up that he truly believed the best solutions come from the forward-facing employees, and he was extremely motivated to make that happen and insisted that happen, that they be engaged in the problem solving at their frontline levels. He brought up mentoring as a symbiotic relationship in which employees benefit from developing their personal skills and knowledge, and the leadership benefits from the improved productivity of the employees. So really no reason that each leader shouldn't be expected to engage actively in mentoring to build leaders beneath them. And he brought up a great point, which is the dichotomy of caring about your employees and holding them to a high standard. And he brought up, a constant threat to productivity is personal problems that spill over to the workplace. And it is possible to show sincere concern while holding employees accountable for their work. And that will spill over also to that kind of dependability and fairness that all of your employees know that they're all held to the same standard while being able to seek support from their leaders. And he brought it all together in this action plan, this model, where emphasizing the importance of diversity on your team, communicating all of these, important values and key expectations through the orientation, and then providing this kind of mentoring, training, and development, like continuing to invest in the employees and promote them to proceed in their career upwards. And then this kind of ongoing communication, taking it past that original new hire orientation and giving performance feedback and recognition, like this constant mentorship that they can really benefit from, and using that to really increase the engagement with their work and hopefully the retention with your company. Overall, this was a great book. It was fast, easy to read, and kind of took something that you hear a lot and grounding it in day-to-day principles and an overarching approach. I found it super valuable.